The 120-hour reset. If you're watching this, you probably feel like a passenger in your own life. You're scrolling through other people's highlights while your own reality feels like a gray. Repetitive loop of I'll start tomorrow. 5 days ago I was that person. I was staring at a laptop screen at 2 a.m. My room was a graveyard of fast food bags, and my bank account was a constant source of anxiety. I didn't need a lifestyle adjustment. I needed a total system reboot. I decided right then to disappear for 120 hours and change absolutely everything. I didn't expect it to work. I definitely didn't expect the notification I received on day 5 that changed the game forever. Here is exactly how I did it. The journey. From chaos to clarity, day 1. The Great Purge, Yuku. Unbuild a new life. In an old environment. I spent the first 24 hours in a seek and destroy mission. I deleted every app that stole my attention, Instagram, TikTok, even my email notifications. Then, I turned to my physical space. I filled 4 trash bags with clutter. By sunset, my room was a minimalist sanctuary. The silence was terrifying, but for the first time in years, I could actually hear my own thoughts. Day 2. Shocking the system on day 2, I stopped negotiating with my comfort. I woke up at 5 a.m. and stepped into a freezing cold shower. It wasn't about health, it was about discipline. I needed to prove to my brain that I was the one holding the steering wheel. I spent the rest of the day mapping out my life blueprint, setting non-negotiable systems for my work, my health, and my finances. Day 3. The deep work. This was the boring day, which is actually the most dangerous day. The initial excitement was gone, and the heavy lifting began. I sat at my desk for 6 hours of uninterrupted, deep work on the project I'd been avoiding for months. No music, no phone, just raw output. I pushed through the mental fog until I hit a flow state I had yet felt since I was a kid. Day 4. The resistance. By day 4, the old me started fighting back. I was sore, I was tired, and every fiber of my being wanted to order a pizza and watch Netflix. This is where most people quit. But I realized that the pain wasn't a signal to stop. It was the feeling of my old, lazy identity dying. I chose discipline over motivation. I worked out until I couldn't move, and I finished the final stages of my new business plan. Day 5. The revelation. I woke up on the final day, feeling light. The brain fog was gone. I spent the morning executing the final pieces of my plan. Then, around 4 p.m., I picked up my phone to check my progress. I stared at the screen in total shock. The work I had put in during those 120 hours of focused intensity had triggered a domino effect. A project had sold, a client had signed, or the algorithm had finally picked me up. The numbers on the screen were higher than anything I'd seen in a year. I walked out onto my balcony as the sun was setting, realized I wasn't the same person who started this challenge, and for the first time, I knew I was going to win. The ending. Your turn. Most people think change takes years. Eat. Dos. It. Change happens the exact second you decide you are no longer willing to tolerate your own excuses. I changed my environment, my habits, my mindset, and my income in just 5 days. I'm not special. I just stopped lying to myself. You don't need a perfect time to start. You just need to decide that the next 120 hours belong to the person you want to become, not the person you've been. If you're ready to stop watching and start doing, comment day 1 below to lock in your commitment. I'll be checking in on you. Now, get off YouTube and go get to work.